Hey, so today we're going to show you guys the this new system. We have this fella here, this Yuzu system we're going to start up. And we're going to show the issues that we're having with this little Yuzu system. So we're going to go up here, go to File, and we're going to go to Load File. We're going down to the switch. Opening up this, double tapping on the switch, double tapping on the ROMs folder, and then going to switch itself. Once we get to this area, you'll start noticing down here and behind this screen that it'll start populating with games. And there's just a bunch of stuff on there. So we're going to be, we're waiting for the Switch games to start taking off and turning on. There they are. They're starting to populate here. So you start seeing here, you have 1-2 Switch, 3D Mini Golf, 88 Heroes. So we're going to be waiting for this guy. Once these guys are ready, they start turning colors. So what we're trying to do is get this Yuzu 249. This thing's been updated here, the 249, and what we're trying to do is set it up to where we can get this fella into our hyperspin wheel. So we have a little hyperspin wheel down here. We're going to try to get it in there. It's working now. It's there now, but it doesn't want to connect or get ready. It doesn't want to turn on. It goes to a black screen when it's when we choose it. So I'm going to show you guys how this works. This thing's still populating. It takes a little while, maybe usually about 20-30 seconds. There it goes. It's ready. Now you can see that everything turned color here. What I'm going to do is just scroll down really fast here and try to get to the Breath of the Wild. And here it is. We got Breath of the Wild. I'm going to jump on that fella. Yeah, so normally what we do is we go into the hyperspin menu and it'll do a big wheel and it'll cruise around. But this guy, we had to open up the switch on the outside of the hyperspin wheel. It's just in our regular desktop here, so I'm going to show you how it starts out. And again, with the Xbox One controller, what we're doing is you're able to make your selections. There's a couple save files on here already. What I'm going to do is what we do is we press F11 on the keyboard here. You're going to hold the function button here and press the F11. So we're going to be doing that here soon. So what that does is that it takes us to full screen. If you press F11, you can see it's loading up there. Still have our little mouse key here. I'm going to hide that away a little bit. It's still loading. It has a little loading thing down the bottom. So you're going to see that this guy, it's running, but it's running fairly slow. One of the issues that we're running across is that it's only getting about 9 to 11 frames per second at its best. It runs really slow. We've been doing a couple of changes, and it's one of those things that I just changed it back to a small screen so we can see that it shows 6 frames per second. There's a speed 24 100 and it says game 7 FPS. That's our frames per second in our frame rate. So this guy, as I'm running around, it doesn't really move or pick up from that. It should be. We've been noticing that there are some other avenues of doing this, and other ways of doing this to where you actually get a lot more than that. So we're only getting 6 frames per second. Whoa, that was really weird. Something just flew out. It just flew across the screen actually and made some weird stuff happen. So yeah, this guy, you could hear the volume is kind of weird. So everything's slow, man. The frames per second is pretty slow and all that stuff. So we gotta try to figure out a way to fix this.